Guys, welcome to Black Scout Survival Late Night Live. Thanks for tuning in. So let me start off with this. This just kind of broke a little bit ago. NYPD to revoke Donald Trump's concealed carry permit because of the felony convictions. I was waiting for that to come. I knew they were going to make a big show about that as well. I do want to touch back on something that we talked about a few weeks ago. If you remember, Airman Fortson, he was at his apartment. A call was made. The officer was directed to Fortson's apartment saying there was some kind of domestic disturbance. I'm not sure why this officer was giving this apartment without, some kind of evidence or what have you. But the officer went there very aggressive. Fortson didn't know what was going on. He was on FaceTime with his girlfriend. He walks up to the door with a pistol because he doesn't know what's going on. He hears a bunch of stuff going on outside of his door and opens up the door, and the cop shoots him. So Eddie Duran is the sheriff's deputy with Okaloosa Sheriff's Office who shot Senior Airman Roger Fortson. He has been fired. Sheriff Eric Aiden made the following statement saying that this is a tragic incident and should have never occurred. The objective facts do not support the use of deadly force as an appropriate response to Mr. Fortson's actions. And we talked about that. There was some back and forth with some people, but the thing is that he was not aggressive. It's not against the law to have a firearm within your own home. You shouldn't be shot for that. Also, obviously, you should, as a police officer, know why you're going to a certain door. We have too many instances lately where officers are kicking in doors and what have you to wrong addresses, getting sent in wrong places. So 50 Cent, rapper, he was at Capitol Hill today, and he was asked some questions. Check it out.
I haven't. Okay. What do you think is?
Let me get that off real quick. Sorry. He's asked if he's made a decision. He says he hadn't yet. You should know your decision, who you're voting for.
Have you made a decision?
I haven't.
Okay. What do you think is the significance?
Thank you.
Just last question. What do you see as the significance of African American men in this election?
Thank you, everybody.
Both of you.
I see them identifying with Trump.
Why do you say that?
Because they got RICO charges.
He was saying they identify with Trump. Now, he also took photos with Bobart here. He also took photos with Anna Luna, said, guess who I got to see? One of my favorite Republicans. He doesn't want to become 25 Cent. So everybody's making the switch, and you obviously can see why. I mean, you look at Joe Biden here, and he can't even fill up a high school gymnasium. Look at this. Look at the crowd. But Trump, everywhere he goes, looks like a freaking AC/DC concert. Can't even fill up a high school gymnasium. The most popular president. See the most votes. Can you believe it? So anyway, this popped up earlier today. David Hillard, the former one of the former founding members of the Black Panther Party, and it's been going around with this viral video that he's endorsed Donald Trump for president. Now, this was a video posted to TikTok, and he called Trump, the presumptive Republican nominee, a decent man and a friend to African Americans. He said he also knew Trump when he was a college student in New York City. So I'm going to play the video for you, and let you hear it for yourself.
Welcome to the random site. I want you to meet someone who knew Donald Trump, and he's going to tell you about Donald Trump in his own words.
My name is David Hilliard, founding member of the Black Panther Party. I knew Trump when Trump was a college student in New York, and he supported the Black Panther Party. That's how I know Trump.
What kind of person do you think Donald Trump is?
Trump is a person who's a decent man, and he supported the Black Panther Party. That's what I just mentioned to you. He was someone who gave us money, and Trump was a decent guy.
Mm-hmm.
Your video, I told you.
When you say a decent guy,
I told you.
Uh-oh.
That's Face the Nation.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, I was one of two black. Trump?
Yes.
Trump's a friend of African Americans, and I knew Trump from the 1960s in New York, where he comes from, and he's a friend to African Americans.
Oh, and now when you say a friend to African American. What do you mean by friend to
I mean
African
he's not a racist. He's not a racist, fascist white man. He supported black people. Owned every brownstone in a place called Harlem, New York.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, do you remember the time that Trump supported Jesse Jackson?
No, but I remember when he supported the Black Panther Party.
Wow. That's incredible. And how did he support the Black Panther Party?
With his money.
Whoa, for real. My goodness.
He gave us money.
So, in your opinion, Trump has always been, now that he has these 34 counts of being a felon, Trump has always been part of the black community, or familiarized at least with the black community.
That's exactly right. Trump was a friend to people of African American descent, and he owned all of Harlem.
Wow, that's amazing. So, in your opinion, sir, your valued opinion, why do you think they put all these charges on Trump, and they're afraid of him to be president?
Because Trump likes Africans in America. He likes black folks. That's one. I think that Trump is qualified and a very decent approach to having somebody representing America. Trump,
yeah, I agree with you. And I think Trump would be able to get us off this government thing and get us to making our own money, you know, because he knows how to make money. He knows how to lose money. And so he would be the perfect person to help us get our own again, right?
And Trump's a friend of African Americans. He's always been a friend of black people. That's how I know Trump.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. And what is your name, sir?
My name is David Hilliard, founding member of the Black Panther Party.
Oh, my God. Well, that's amazing. You're a well-known figure in the Bay Area.
So I don't know who this lady is that went and interviewed him. There was some blowback from the grandson of Hilliard. But before we get to that, because I'm going to play that video as well, I want to address this. I see this comment quite a bit in the comments. This gentleman here, Trump is not your savior. Yeah, he's not my savior. Jesus Christ is my savior. But and then someone else said, there's too many people idolizing Trump. I don't idolize Trump. You know, I think maybe I know some people do. I don't idolize him, but are you guys voting for Joe Biden? Is your life good under Joe Biden? I think it would be the dumbest argument in the world to say your life is not better under Donald Trump. My life was great financially, economically. The world wasn't at war. Could go down a list of things. Your life was better under Donald Trump. That's what I'm saying. I'm not voting for some savior. I'm not trying to think somebody's going to save me, because I don't believe anyone will. At the end of the day, America is going down the pooper, period. Is how it is, right? But anyway, I see these comments all the time, and people are like, Trump is not an answer. Oh, well, my life was better. Maybe yours wasn't. Maybe because you want to go to Pride Parade. I don't know what you do, you know. But whatever, man. Do your thing, right? But or you're confused. Figure out your pronouns, states divided, or whatever your name is. Work on that. Anyway, so the son, or grandson, how I first saw, he was on Rolla Martin. He said, I'm getting this straight. I'm going down there. My grandfather has dementia, blah, 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 blah. This gentleman does not like he has dementia to me. He speaks very clearly. Now, I'm going to play the video that he posted, because he went down there to the nursing home because he was very upset. And listen to what he says.
Hey, my name is Eric Jones, and this is my grandfather.
David Hilliard.
All right. And my grandfather, David, is clearing up some of the air that Miss Carol Mitchell may have kind of stirred while she's misrepresenting some of his views on Donald Trump and these 34 guilty verdict accounts. So anything that he spoke with her about Donald Trump was about in 1960, in which Donald Trump assisted the Black Panther Party. You can tell the story a little better than me.
Donald Trump was our realtor as such, and most of the properties that we lived in Harlem belonged to Donald Trump, and that's how our relationship
exist.
Look how he puts his head down. It's almost to me like I feel like this grandson went down there and pressured grandfather, and what he keeps saying is this is what he's referencing is back in the 60s. I was under the impression that's what Hitler was talking about. He's like, not a current political climate. Well, he was talking about current Donald Trump as a decent man, this and that.
Came into existence.
And that is purely speaking in terms of the past. That is.
See, he's putting those words down now, not the grandfather. He's putting the words in there.
It's not a nod of support to any of today's political climate and with Donald Trump or with any other candidate.
That's correct.
What's your pronouns, son?
There's one person that's in New York. His name is Doug McHenry. He knows Trump. As a matter of fact, I think he introduced Trump to the Black Panther Party. His name is Doug McHenry.
Okay.
So the whole reason Hitler was a founding member of the Black Panther Party, he was talking about Trump's connection to the Black Panther Party. I think that was pretty much established. I don't know why this grandson is not at the Pride Parade and he's down here bothering grandpa, but I believe that what the grandfather was saying is the same thing as he was saying, other than the extra words the grandson is putting in the gentleman's mouth.
And again, this is not a nod of support to any political affiliate on either side. This is purely historical based upon Donald Trump. What Miss Carol had done, she will be receiving a cease and desist letter from any type of communication here on further with my grandfather, and it's not okay. Thank you. Let's sign off.
Thank you and goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing was weird with going down there with grandpa and then making him, you basically saying all this stuff. Say, that's right, grandpa. I mean, anyone who has children, especially as the older you get, you don't want to upset your children. You don't want to upset your grandchildren. And making the grandfather feel like he's done something wrong by stating his experience with Donald Trump or what have you is completely insane to me. But again, I wanted to share this. It got some movement across social media, but the video had been deleted by the lady. I guess she's afraid of the cease and desist, which, I mean, that's not going to stop the video. That would only stop you from moving forward in the potential of a lawsuit. But anyway, I think I think that a lot of people are upset about it. I've seen it. There are so many videos when you go to YouTube. People, the leftists are extremely upset because you have saying that Donald Trump financially supported Black Panther Party. And I mean, he even said that on the second go around that he was introduced. I mean, you can't dispute it. And to me, if you've ever talked with anyone with dementia, this gentleman doesn't seem to have any kind of cognitive problems whatsoever. He seems very sharp. Even the language that he was using on the initial interview, he seemed very sharp. But you do see like the kind of holding head down, like he feels like he did something wrong. You know, the grandson obviously is very biased. Oh, it's not about any political part. Who cares? Let grandpa say whatever he's going to say. The thing is that you making this video is more suspect than anything. And it's not going to stop the tidal wave that's happening because people are tired of living paycheck to paycheck. They're tired of the freaking on the cusp of World War III. They're tired of the woke agenda and Marxist revolution that's happening with our federal agencies, other than these clown states divide, I think his name is, and whatever the other guy was, that is, what have you. Nobody's saying idolize Trump. Nobody's saying to make him your Lord and Savior. I'm not saying that whatsoever, but your life was better under Donald Trump. Everybody's was. And yeah, you might not like him. You might think he's a racist, whatever you think. But me living my life and previous to 2016, when the world actually became absolutely bananas, everyone did not pay attention at all to politics. No one did. You paid attention to that. Oh man, I have more money these past couple years. Oh, I'm broke. Or, oh man, I got to send my sons to war. You know, these are the things you're worried about, not all the propaganda that's been happening and the division tactics that's been happening in America, right? Those were the important things to you. But for some reason now, a lot of these people have fell into the division tactics. So I don't like him because he's a racist. He's tweeted mean stuff. You know, I don't care. I don't care what the man said. I don't care if he was attacking me every day. He said, man, I hate that Black Scout survival dude. If Donald Trump's tweeting that every day, I wouldn't care as long as my life was better. I mean, that's, you know what I mean? It's a clown show. There's plenty of things I dislike about Donald Trump. I say it all the time. I don't know if this is like you guys' first video you've ever seen of mine, but I don't like him pushing the hokey pokey. I don't like the bump stock ban. I don't like hearing red flag laws. I don't like hearing tons of these things. Right. But the thing is I'm in a understanding that it's never going to be perfect. America's going to head for the collapse. It is. There's too many players in the game that are attempting this, and too many Americans that are caught up in nonsense than to worry about the real things. The America's been in decline way longer than 2016. It's been 40 years, 50 years in the making. Yuri Besimov laid it out for us. We are in the final stages. Is why people are so polarized by these things now. It's because you're seeing that we're on the verge of collapse, and we will collapse. No question. There's no way to turn the ship around. I don't believe. I think the ship should have been turned around 25 years ago, right? But now most people are just now awake because you see impending doom. You feel it, right? The government agencies, the deep state, all those sort of things have all come out to be true. I've seen the articles that said, oh, is the deep state really that bad? Or the deep state's a good thing. I mean, so they even acknowledge it. But whenever you have all these people within government that can make serious decisions, and I got a great video coming out tomorrow you're going to see, and just how the government is weaponized against the people, right? This is something I'm sure you hadn't heard about. They're trying to keep this stuff under wraps, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. I was going to do it at night, but I want to do it a little bit earlier. That way I can get more people watching and actually see what's going on. This was very close to home to me as well. So, and I'll explain more about that tomorrow. But anyhow, guys, I do want to know your thoughts. Make sure you like the video because we need to help. Share the video if you can on your various social media platforms. And man, if you've got a YouTube channel, I watched a gentleman the other day and he used the live. Do that all you want. I won't have. I'm not upset about that at all. So if you're doing a channel, you want to use this content overlay where you're talking about it, do it all day. I don't care. I don't mind it. I'm not one of those guys that is a prick and this is my stuff. I don't care. I want the word to get out, man. I'm trying to change momentum to slow it down, at least slow it down. So it's not next year that we're freaking eating squirrels by the fire and with no electricity. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, guys, I do appreciate you having me. Make sure you remember to stay frosty, stay strapped, and always stay dangerous. Take care.